Hello, PokeMoshPitBeta. I am Matthewplayspokemon, bringing you I guess this was a standard match, because I brought an Abomasnow. And I know you may be saying, it's RU, isn't it? Yes, or maybe it's UU, I don't know. But either way, he has some OU pokes, I have some OU pokes, I have some lower tier stuff, he has some lower tier stuff. But either way, I lead up my Abomasnow because I want to get my Halo. And then, I realize he has Napalm out, so I protect, which is good for me because that means that he can't use Fake Out anymore. But then he goes for Fire Punch, and I'm like, yo, what's up? And then he goes for the Beat Up, and I'm like, yo, the fuck kind of Ambipom set is this? But it seems to work out because he gets a critical hit, as I believe I set up my Reflect. I believe I do. Yes, I do. I set up my Reflect. Hoping, maybe I can live a U-turn or something, or Thunder Wave it. But, yeah. But either way, he goes for the U-turn, and I'm like, yo, Chris, die. No, don't die. Okay. I went for the Thunder Wave on the off chance that I would live, and he would go for like a Fire Punch or something, predicting my switch. But no, he ends up going into his Cresselia, and I am going to get completely wasted. And I know what you're thinking. Why are you using Cresselia on a Hail team? Moonlight's not going to do as much. Well, this was like the first revision, and I've since got rid of Cresselia. So, by Cresselia. And, he U-turns out into his Ambipom, which is pretty low. And here I go into my Vanillux, hoping he doesn't Fake Out. He does not Fake Out. Scuffed Vanillux. Got frog in my throat, sorry. And I take him out with a Scarfed Blizzard. What you doing? So here, I know the slide on Scarf because of this, and I figure I can live an Outrage because I am behind the Reflect. But, he gets a critical hit. And that critical hit mattered, because this is actually the replay of a battle we did earlier. So, here we go. Those are the Outrage again. I figure I can live because I am pretty bulky. And I do live because I am pretty bulky. So I go for that 4 times. Super effective Blizzard. And I always thought Flygon was a flying type. But no, that happens to be Part Ground with Levitate. Weird ability. Don't know, but seems to work out for Flygon. So now he goes out to his Infernaped. And I'm like, yo, Abomasnow, you gotta get the fuck out of here. He's trying to like overheat or something. So I sent him my own Infernaped. But he ends up choosing his other stab, which happens to be Close Combat. Now, what does this tell me about this Infernape? Well, one, it may be banded because I didn't see any lefties. 2, he may have a random item on there, but I don't know. Either way, I just go for the banded U-turn on this Blastoise, and this Blastoise kind of annoys me. Because, well, it's Blastoise, it's pretty bulky, so I go into my own special wall, which can wall this Blastoise pretty well. So here, he goes for the Hydro Pump, and Umbreon is slow, so it's doing second. And I am able to get off a Toxic on this thing, which works out beautifully. Very beautifully. Umbreon, you are a man beast. These after turn effects are sort of affecting the narration. I apologize. But, here we go. I switch on out. Go into my Samurott because I'm a max HP and I got that resistance. And at the time, I thought that Samurott had a higher base speed. But it turns out he doesn't because he gets hit with the Hail first, which indicates that he is faster. Then he gets his lefties. Then he gets Toxic. Now, you don't see why not going for a Protect there would have, it's going to come back to bite me, sort of. So, here, I end up going for my stab Hydro Pump. I am modest, I am life formed. Does not kill. Well, hello, Samurott. What you doing? I sort of predicted him to switch out, and based on what he had on his team, Hydro Pump seemed to be the best play. But here, fearing the Hydro Pump again, I may not be able to live. I don't want to take any more hail damage, so I go into my Abomasnow here to sponge the hit, and I sponge that pretty well, and he does 2 hail. So those after turn effects are finished. Finito. Although I do think I Toxic stall something later, but I sped that part up. So here he goes for Nasty Plot, and I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Nasty Plot able to close combat. Kind of interesting. But here, I set up that sub, and he just buffeted by the hail. So, don't know why I went for the sub. Kind of, just expecting him to come straight off, but he doesn't. He sets up, which kind of cost him big time. But here, I set up my Elite Seed. And I believe I protect afterwards. These weather battles with like sandstorm and hail take forever to narrate because of the after turn effects, and I deeply apologize. But yes, I do go for the protect because I'm figuring, what move does he have in combination with that nasty plot? And he reveals his heat wave, which works, sort of. 100 base power, it's stab, and 90 accuracy. Although personally, I probably want Fire Blast or Overheat, but not over. I don't know. But either way, he takes me out. He may be sashed Infernaped. I don't know. I run into those sometimes. So here I don't do my own Infernaped because I realize that I'm faster because I got buffeted by the hail first. Because I am running the plus speed nature, so I do hit this incoming Mewtwo with a motherfucking U-turn. What you doing? What you doing, son? So here I head out to my Samurai, pretty much thinking, what will this thing do? I am predicting it to be bulky with leftovers, which it is. Here, he sets up a light screen. Okay, then. And as I go for my non-stabbed Blizzard. And it doesn't do anything because of the light screen. So, but he is getting buffeted by the hail. And also, I've been watching a lot of Fizzy Stardust lately. And I believe he uses a Mew with Transform. So here, I just decide, go for my stab. Which I do. And my stab ends up taking it out before he can have a look at my moveset. But I cut myself off to Life Orb. Way to go, Samurai. You just killed yourself off. Way to go. You're awesome. So here, he goes into a Polar John 2 as I head onto my Infernaped. And here, I see download instead of trace. Which kind of worries me. But here, he has a power speed up. He does a hidden power psychic. What? I'm just going to proceed to Toxic Stall this Porygon 2 because I do think that he is carrying the EV Light even though he's running a download set. But he T-Waves. I wish Protect all that shenanigans. Because, this is an Umbreon. He does Paralysis and I can't synchronize, which is okay because I'd rather have Toxic on this Umbreon. So, he goes for a Recover. And this is the point I realize, yo, what up, Stall? What up? And that Paralyze is actually going to kind of help me out here because I have my payback goes second, meaning that it is at full power. And I'm going to be back at health. He's full health because of my wishes and all that. And he is going to die to to Toxic. So here, battle's back down to normal speed. I go for Protect just to get some more hail damage because at this point I believe I did not carry Mach Punch on my Infernaped. So here, he goes for that close combat. And since Umbreon is such a beast, he lives despite Infernape's super effective stab, gets a Toxic off. And here, it is going to be fantastic to watch as an Umbreon successfully stalls out an Infernape with Protect. But he goes for a nasty plot, does not really help him in the long run. Mostly because I got Hail and I got Toxic. Umbreon works great on Hail teams, I believe. Very especially bulky. Very able to stall out. And I tried to go for double Protect. Does not work. He smacks me in the face with that close combat. But it does not matter because he's going to die to a combination of Hail and a combination and Toxic. So what have we learned from this battle, folks? We have learned that Umbreon's cool. We learned that Crest doesn't work well on Hail teams. We learned that this guy likes to be original sometimes with some of his Pokemon, like that fucking goddamn. Totally forget, but he likes to be original. So yeah, subscribe to the MoshPit. Subscribe to me and my opponent. Links will be down in the description. And I will see you in my next upload.